It's a pleasure to be joined by Wilson Ames and Cole Leiker, two seniors for the Strasburg High School football team. And, guys, we're going to start out. I'd like to ask you a couple questions about the season to this point. We're getting ready for the Highland football game, which is week number 6 in your season. You come in with a 2-3 record, and you've had some losses to some excellent teams. What have you learned from the first half of the season? So, Wilson, we'll start with you.
Definitely. We've learned our strengths. We've learned how we can work better as a team throughout this. From week 1 to week 6, we've gotten a lot better as being one compared to being a bunch of individuals.
Cole, what do you think?
To back up what Wilson was saying, I agree with that. I think at the beginning we're just such a competitive group that sometimes we get on each other's backs for making the little mistakes and stuff, and I think we've gotten better at realizing that mistakes are okay and they're going to happen, and we just got to build from it and learn from it and be better together and work as a team instead of 11 individuals on the field.
Now, you guys are both on the offensive-defensive line, which has remained relatively intact, and you have a lot of experience coming in, but the people behind you do not. How do you see, especially looking at the loss of Landon Martin and Caleb Hart taking over at quarterback, how have you seen the growth of those younger guys in some of the skill positions?
First of all, Caleb, we call him JR, he's done a great job of taking over Landon's spot. I mean, he obviously hasn't had really any experience at the QB1 position, but he's kind of just taken it on, and he's done great so far. I think our passing has improved quite a bit, and all the other guys, I think they're just kind of watching the line and learning from us, even though we obviously are doing different stuff. I think they're kind of looking at us as the leaders and taking over.
And then with defense as well, we're obviously not going to be perfect, but the DBU is getting a lot better as weeks go on because they're young guys. They're going to make mistakes. I made the same mistakes when I was young too, so I'm just glad we're getting there.
Yeah, and you guys are used to winning, and 3 losses is a massive amount of losses for you guys in your high school careers. What do you think you've learned from losing, though?
Where we definitely needed to improve, we've looked at everything we can, really. We've changed up our offense, we've changed our defense, and we're just changing it to fit everyone right now, so that way we can get the best of the best out of everything.
I think when you watch our film, there's a lot of those games that we should have won, and there's a lot of scoring opportunities that we miss. It's just one person, one play, missing a blocking assignment or whatever, and if they would have gotten that, it would have been a for sure touchdown. So I think that's just kind of giving us hope, and we're kind of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel on the stuff we can improve and ultimately come out as a way better team.
Talk about Coach Brown for a second, because this is a guy that you've been around since youth. So you understand what he wants, you understand what his philosophy is. What do you think the key things about Coach Brown and what he's taught you? How is this sort of translated into what you're doing now?
Coach has taught us a lot of stuff, but one of his main things is we're a team. We're not individuals here. You see a lot of these teams, they look okay at the start, but as soon as they face adversity a little bit, they start to crumble and they turn on each other. And that's always one of his biggest messages is keep your team up and keep them backed up and don't turn on each other once things start to get rough. That's not good leadership, and we're a full senior O-line, and he's just taught us to keep the group together and keep chugging.
I think one of his big philosophies is go out there and be who you are. Coach Winter said it's you are who you are when it counts. We've been trying to stick together as a team, and we've been through some rough games this past 6 weeks. So the fact that we've been doing as well as a team together and with his philosophy of sticking together, it's worked out pretty well so far.
Just as seniors, how do you think your mindset has changed this year specifically compared to your first few years going through the high school program?
From my first year, I was just, it's fun, it's football, but now every game I'm as nervous as can be for the first snap, and I'm always worried the whole week before we even go out and play, and I've cared so much about these guys. I've played with a lot of these guys from middle school, and now for a lot of my high school career, I get to play with them and see them grow and succeed. It's something amazing to watch these young kids that weren't able to make a tackle in the summer, and now they're able to just lay kids out, and it feels really good to see that.
To back that up, you come in here as a freshman and you're looking up at these seniors being like, wow, these guys are massive and they've been doing this for a while and they're dang good at what they do. And you just want to be like them someday. And now here we are, the seniors, and we're the big guys now, and there's the freshmen looking up to us. So it's just a big leadership thing, and you just try to be a good role model and have a good attitude so everyone else on the team will adopt that attitude and just be the best that they can.
Now, looking at Highland, this is a big game conference matchup. Highland comes in, good record. You know they can do a lot of good things. What do you expect to see from Highland as they come in?
Personally, I expect to see a lot of pass, especially from the quarterback to number 5. That's been his number 1 receiver. I'm expecting a lot of pass after watching any of our film. They've been 60-40 for most of the year, 60% passing, 40% run. I'm going to expect the quarterback to run most times because he's the one with the leader in their yards as well. I'm expecting quite a few off tackles.
They're just always a hard-hitting team, and they're always such a super competitive, well-coached team. So we just got to be ready for the fight of our lives, and it's going to be a battle, but I think we're ready. We've been through plenty of hard games so far, and I think this is going to be one that we're going to win, and we have to. So I think we will.
From the Strasburg standpoint, what does Strasburg have to be able to accomplish to be successful in this game?
I think we'll shut down their run game. I think we'll do a good job as a defense, but we need to really shut down their passing as well as just do our job on offense. We do our job on offense, I think we'll be fine.
Our run offense has been pretty good so far. Our O-line has done a pretty good job for the most part, and I think we just need to improve a little bit on our passing. We're getting there for sure. Week 1 was not the best, and we've gotten way better, and to go off what Wilson was saying, our defense, our run defense is really good. Our pass defense needs a little bit of help, but I think we're going to bring it tonight.
All right, guys. Game 7 o'clock, Saturday Night Lights versus the Highland Huskies. Best of luck.
Thank you.